Alright, so this this video is about answering questions. I'm going to do the best I can to answer some questions anyone wants to ask. I know I've gotten questions in the past, especially when it comes to the polytheism, when it comes to Judaism in general. Okay, so basically, one thing that is important is actually, I'll talk about it in just a second. Someone's coming in to join the video. Just give me a second. Just another minute. Working on it. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna just talk about something while I'm waiting on this workout. So back to the polytheism thing. I often mention that the Jewish God originates from the Egyptian god Aten, and that much of the Genesis story actually is derived from the Egyptian stories, particularly the ones surrounding Aten. And Akhenaten, of course, he has a very similar rule set to that of Moses. He says there's only one God. He also says that Akhenaten said that Aten is the only God. He cannot be depicted, so an invisible God, to put it that, if you want to put it that way. It's very much like the way the rule set works in the Ten Commandments. Okay. Basically, what's important about that is that hold on a second. All right, so back to the point. Akhenaten also had a very fierce way of enforcing his system of rules. He banned worship of any other Egyptian god except for his god. He was also saying that he is the son of Aten. And if you read the translation on the Hymn of the Aten, you'll see that it mentions that, and and practically at the end, close to the end of it, if I remember correctly, it also mentions the changing of speeches. So Aten he ruled over humanity that was divided by speech. So that basically means we have the confusion of tongues there. But where did Aten come from? Was he always an Egyptian god? Well, the thing is, the Egyptians, as it appears, did not acknowledge him as somebody that was a part of their pantheon originally. And what's interesting is cuneiform was also found in the city of Tel El Amarna, Akhenaten city. It was actually originally called Akhetaten, named after Akhenaten. And in there they found a story called Adapa and the South Wind. That's very interesting because Adapa in the is also referred to as Adamu. So that's where they got the word Adam from, the Hebrew word Adam. It came from Adamu. And the oldest copy of Adapa and the South Wind was found in fragments in Tel El Amarna, which dates back to the 14th century BCE, around Akhenaten's reign. So that's pretty interesting. Yet you got a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. You got a lot of people that are saying that it came from the cuneiform text of the Sumerians. It did come from cuneiform text in a way, but a lot of it came from the hieroglyphic text. Now I'm going to look at these. Questions. Yema Johnson says, the Bible said at one point in time humans was speaking one language. Do you know the name of that language? Okay. In Judaism, tradition says that if I remember correctly, it said it was actually Hebrew, or at least some of them believe that it was originally Hebrew. And the reason why people don't speak Hebrew all over the world is because of the confusion of tongues. So that was their explanation for it. Does anyone want to join as a guest? Anyone? Anyone want to join in the video? I'll do something else. How about the first person that asks me a question can join in? And that happens to be Yema Johnson. So anyway, where did Aten come from? Because I need to talk about that. Well, it came from the cuneiform deity Adad. Aten, Adad, Aden, Adon, Adonai. It's all the same god. And from Adonai is where we get the Greek word Krios from. In terms of the Septuagint, it's not. Let me rephrase. It's not quite where the word comes from, but what I mean is they use Krios to translate Adonai. That's what I meant to say. And in the Latin Vulgate, it was translated as Domini, and as well Dominus as well, along with Domini. I don't see any more questions as far as I can tell. Until says Phil Robinson. What I was trying to say, Phil, is that the oldest story of the Adapa myth were found in fragments at Amarna. You can look that up. Does anyone else have any more questions? If I'm not getting any, I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna get out of here in just a second. I'm gonna wait for a minute, see if anyone says anything. Anyone want to join in as a guest? Is there anyone still watching? All right. I'm not getting any more questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and head off. Until next time.